Hello, I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Thank you for watching. This is the Gemini February 2019 full month tarot reading. I am doing things a bit different. I'm still doing the 12 card spread, but I'm not pulling clarifiers on all of the cards and having, over half of the deck out by the end of the reading. That's something that I will reserve for personal readings. For here, I'll just pull the 12 cards and do the readings and, go through the energies because I'm reading for such a large amount of people, trying to get as most people as possible that can resonate with the message. And if you have any more personal concerns, look in the description box for details. Although I will be changing the way I do personal readings. So really just email me if you want one and I'll get back to you. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into this February 2019 reading and start off with Goddess Guidance cards. Before I get in, I do have to say that I'm connected on my laptop, but for some reason my tablet is not connecting, so I can't see the live chat. So if you're asking personal questions, go ahead. Once again, see my email in the description box and send me an email, and we'll discuss that. If you are using Super Chat, please don't send anything for me to answer a question during this live stream because I can't see the live chat. So I won't be able to answer your question along with your Super Chat donation. But if you are just giving via Super Chat to support the channel, I 100% thank you so much for that and appreciate you supporting my channel. Now, we'll go ahead and get into the Goddess Guidance cards for Gemini. Gemini, February 2019. Gemini, February 2019. Give us some clear, concise guidance, Goddess Guidance cards for Gemini in February 2019. Okay, we have compassion and inner wisdom. All right. A lot of Geminis already have the inner wisdom. It's the compassion that may be lacking a bit. So release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. 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 Focus on the love and light that is within them. Inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. What I feel like is that you have some type of conflict because Athena was like a goddess of like war, but she was so wise that she didn't really have to use force to fight. She was able to manipulate situations in a way that Gemini is very good at manipulating situations, but do so in a way that is compassionate. If you have a chance to get over, that doesn't mean you get over on people. Have compassion, but also trust in yourself. And if you need to manipulate a situation in your favor, don't judge yourself harshly about it because only you know what is absolutely necessary in your own life, Gemini. Only you know. So compassion and inner wisdom are the two themes that are being highlighted here in February 2019 for Gemini. Let's get into the tarot. We're doing our 12 card spread. So give me some tarot clarifiers for this energy. Gemini 2019. Gemini 2019. All right. Okay. First up, we have the Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Empress, Four of Coins. I feel like this is going to be more emotional than is usual for Gemini. Then we have the Sun and the Tower and Death and the Hangman. So you have a whole row full of major arcana. You have the Nine of Swords, Two of Coins, the High Priestess, and the Moon. This is the most major arcana I have seen in a reading in a minute. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you like half of your cards are major arcana. So I guess February is a big month for you, Gemini. To start off, it's looking like a major point for you is your relationships. Either your relationships or how you connect with others. But I'm really feeling like close relationships here is a major point for you. I feel like that there's something that you are waiting on or hoping for or kind of pining away over. People may be seeing you more in a more relationship oriented light. Like maybe you've been talking about relationships more, or you've gone from that person who was kind of just okay being on their own and being hot stuff all on their own, to focusing more on relationships or talking more about relationships, asking people about relationships, having relationship oriented conversations. And you know what? All of a sudden, I'm feeling like that compassion and inner wisdom card is you going from finessing to actually, having feelings. From finessing to feelings. That's the title. So, yeah, a lot of what you value right now in February has to do with emotional connections and your emotional goals in life, what emotional things you aspire to. I feel like you're waiting on something to happen or you're wanting something to transpire that will give you a lot of emotional fulfillment. And it's like you feel like it's within your grasp, but you're just there, wanting it, waiting on it. You could be talking about a particular person or thinking about a particular person all the time. To you, this person is like the Empress. This person is abundant. They are fertile. They are beautiful. They are wise. They are nurturing. They are caring. Um, Somebody is like really the apple of your eye, Gemini. And it shows. That whole thing, you have a crush on somebody and it shows. For some of you never been in a long-term relationship with somebody who loves you and it shows. That type of energy, like, yeah, it's you're wanting to fulfill something with somebody who makes you feel on top of the world, and they have such an effect on you that it's starting to kind of bubble over into your conversations with other people, into your relationships with other people. Somebody has you really feeling a lot of love. They've given you a lot of compassion, and you know that you feel a strong type of way about this person. Even if you usually don't feel these type of feelings for somebody, you feel some real stuff for somebody. And it's a new thing to you. And I feel like people are starting to see that. Like people can kind of sniff it out that somebody has your nose wide open, Gemini. They can sniff it out. They can see it. They can feel it. They can hear it in your conversations, in the way you act, in the things you do. Maybe you're doing things in a more tender way because of the tender love you have for somebody else. Because, when you really care for somebody, when you find yourself in love with somebody, you start, it changes the way you act. It kind of what how can I say it? It kind of lessens those hard edges that you may have around you, or the stone wall sometimes that Gemini puts up. When you fall for somebody, that wall kind of comes tumbling down a little bit, and people can start to peer into your heart. They can start to see that you have a heart, that you do want love, that you do care for people. They start to see that raw emotion. That heart starts showing when you care for somebody. And I feel like somebody has your nose wide open like that, Gemini. But I think that you're still trying to save face a little bit with the Four of Coins card here. Is like you're still trying to hold things close to you because it's like a safe place for you. Kind of holding your feelings to yourself, not letting your right hand know what the left hand is doing, just kind of keeping people out of your business. That's a safe place for you. For whatever reason, it's a safe place for you. It could be for the simple fact that you're trying to save money. Like you could have somebody around you who you feel like will take advantage of your feelings for someone else. Because it's not the person that has your nose wide open. I really trust in my heart of hearts that you know that this person will not take advantage of you. But it's like, okay, it could be you're holding your feelings in because you don't want people to see you as kind of like a sap or a simp. You know, and I hate to use those words because I feel like only insecure men use those words. Men who don't know that a real man provides and protects, those are the only ones who use sap and simp because they either don't have it to give or they don't want to give because they're not secure enough in their masculinity to know that men protect and provide. But I digress. You may not want to feel like a sap or a simp, or you may want to keep your feelings to yourself because you don't want people to know that you have such a heart about yourself. You don't want to expose that tenderness within yourself because you feel or you fear that people will use it to finesse you because maybe you've used other people's feelings to finesse them. Got me, Gemini? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm an Aquarius. I rock with Gemini. I know what I'm talking about because I have so many of y'all in my life. And y'all have taught me some things about getting my way. I will say that much. But whoever this person is, they have your nose wide open. And with that, you kind of let down your guard sometimes, but you don't really want to let down your guard because you know that other people will use it in the same way that maybe you have used other people who let down their guard with you. So it's almost like you may be afraid of some karma. So you're trying to just protect yourself with that four of coins in the home and family position. It also could be that you've just been taught to hold this like wall up around yourself because of who your family is or because of your family life or in your childhood you were taught this. It could be from a mother figure. You were taught to kind of just put a stone wall up around yourself and not let anybody in. And I say that because that four of coins is like the fourth house on top of a four card. It's like Cancer energy, and Cancer has to deal with like maternal, influence, like motherly influence. So that could have been something that you learned from your mother to hold up this wall around yourself and not show how you really feel. But I'm honestly feeling like with this sun in the fifth house card position right here that you can't help it. You can't help it. You can put shades on all day. You can have those blackout curtains all day, but when the sun is out, you can just tell when the sun is out. There's no way you can block the sun. The only way the sun can be blocked, even when it's cloudy outside, you can still tell it's daytime. You can tell when the sun is out. You can't block the sun. So all of these positive emotions, these loving emotions, these fruitful, abundant emotions that you're feeling because of this person who has your nose wide open, or you're making somebody else feel like this because the energies are interchangeable. It can't be denied. It cannot be denied, and it's going to start spilling over into your work ethic. It'll start spilling over into the things that you create. It's spilling over into the way you express yourself. You may be walking around in a more sing-songy mood, people looking at you like, what the hell are you so happy for? Because you love somebody. Because you feel strongly about somebody. Or you find yourself jumping in conversations about relationships and stuff, and people are like, where you come from? When you start caring about relationships, and it's like you can't hide it. You can't hide it. You it's spilling over into your children. Your children can see something is different in you. You're like, I mean, mama ain't been this happy in a minute. She got that glow about her. Or some people, if you are with child, you could have that pregnancy glow. You could just be happy to have a love child, be bearing a love child. It could be that type of energy for some people. But whatever it is like, try as you might, as stubborn as you may try to be with this bull here on the card, and you could be dealing with the Taurus or have Taurus energy. um you can't hide it. You can't hide it. It's like a red flag waving around you wherever you go. You can't hide it. You just can't. And you're attracted to things that are about love. You are noticing things that are about love. You are watching more movies with relationships. You're paying attention to other people's relationships because they remind you of your own relations with this person that has your nose wide open, Gemini. And you know it. And you're just holding it within yourself. You're just holding on to it. um it's you didn't expect any of this with the tower and the sixth house energy. You didn't expect this. and you're not trying to. It's like you're not actively looking for these things that remind you of love. They just keep coming to you. Like you just keep getting these flashes of lightning that hit you, and you just can't stop yourself. You just can't stop yourself from feeling how you feel. You just can't stop it. And the compassion that's within you that usually no one would ever see, because it's like it's usually all fun and games with Gemini, or or you move too fast and nobody can capture you or catch you, because it's like you're going with the wind. As soon as you come through, as soon as you leave, all of a sudden it's like, nope, somebody has broken down that wall. They have busted down. Somebody has broken down that wall just out of the blue. So all of these, messages that you're getting about love, or these feelings that are coming out of nowhere, this, bleeding love all over the place and dripping compassion and romance all over the place, it's not something that you expected at all. And honestly, some people I feel like are a bit disgusted. Some Geminis may be a bit disgusted with it. Like you don't really want it to happen, I feel like. For the ones who are really resonating with this energy, we have the death card in the seventh house position. It's like you would rather try to starve it out than to give it attention. But at the same time, it's like deep within yourself that this ain't something that you are just going to be able to starve out. This isn't one of those situations like before. You may have had some feelings for somebody, but it's like, I can get over them. Yeah, I miss them, but it ain't my life. Like I can move on. They don't have no hold on me. Somebody has their hooks in you, Gemini. Somebody has their hooks in you. And I feel like you are afraid of a death of your own independence. You feel like as soon as you start to have feelings for somebody, you are going to lose that mental advantage. Because Geminis do tend to be strong minded people, or very proficient thinkers, and you don't want anything clouding your judgment, because your mentality is what gets you through life. Your mind is what helps you navigate, places that you've never been. Is what helps you get through life. Is what helps you make it through. And you don't want to sacrifice your independent thinking to love. Because first and foremost, a lot of Geminis don't even believe in romantic love the way that it is sold to us through things like Hallmark or Disney. But here you are finding yourself with these emotions that you didn't necessarily think were real or realistic or feasible. And it's like, oh shit, I don't even want to be feeling this. For a lot of Geminis, like, I don't know if I want to go down this road. There's some hesitancy about going down this road. But you also know what it is that you feel. And you know that it's real. So there could be a period of time of like you just kind of being in a position where it's like, I don't want to feel this, but I do feel it. There's a struggle, there's a fight, and you can't help it. It's like you. It's almost like something has your arms tied behind your back and has you wrapped up and wound up. Like somebody has sunk their fangs in you. Somebody has their talons on you, and they are taking you away into lovers' land. And it's like you won't, for nothing in this world, you will not enjoy the trip. You just won't enjoy the trip. It's like, no, put me back down, put me back on ground. But I mean, Geminis, y'all like to fly, right? Y'all are air sign, right? Why won't you just enjoy the ride? Child, I don't know. In the ninth card position, you have the nine of swords. So something is keeping you up at night. I feel like it's an internal battle that's keeping you up at night, a conflict of your own making that's keeping you up at night. You're not sleeping, thinking about this person, not happy. not 100% happy, even though you are happy because this love feeling has taken over you, but not 100% fulfilled. Like this could be a 10 of cups, but it's a 9 of cups because you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the experience. And you're not allowing yourself to have the person who has your nose wide open. You're not opening yourself up to the ride. There's a bit of, like I said, hesitancy and you're trying to cut it off. You're trying to cut a cord that's not supposed to be cut. So it's gonna hurt. You're trying to sever something that's not supposed to be severed, so it's gonna hurt. And the more you try to sever it with all of these swords, the more it's gonna just beat you down. So I mean, really, why not just surrender to it? Why not? In the 10th card position, you have the Two of Coins. I feel like you're trying to distract yourself. Gemini, you're trying to distract yourself. You're trying to give your attention to this thing and that thing and, spread yourself thin and work on this and juggle that so that you don't have to confront what it is that's right there in front of you. The thing that that's in your gut feeling with this high priestess. And it's like everywhere you go, you're constantly reminded of it. Every time you're around somebody, they have these love conversations, or the conversation of the one comes up, or you're watching movies and is some type of romantic comedy, or it's like everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, everywhere you go, everybody that you're around is talking about what it is that you're feeling. And what you don't realize is that you're actually manifesting this because you're vibrating love, even though you're trying to hide from it. So the universe has to creep in all these different ways to get your attention because you want it, but you don't want it. So that's telling the universe, come in through the back door because I want it, but I don't want to admit that I want it. So you can't come in through the front door, come in through the back door. So the universe serves you all of these hints about what you're feeling. What you vibrate is what you get. So you love somebody, you want somebody, but you don't want to lose your independence. So there's an inner fight. An inner fight. All of this was unexpected. You are bleeding love, you are dripping love, overflowing with the love for somebody, but you don't know how to handle it, or you don't want to admit to it or surrender to it because I think you feel like you're going to lose your independence, whatever that may be about. So in a way, it's kind of like driving you crazy because you're trying to keep it a secret with the moon card. And I mean, really, all I'm seeing here is more of it just driving you crazy. More of it just like causing you to like act funny or to be weirded out by the love or the synchronicities that are happening. Because it's almost like you feel like, the universe is out to get you. You may even feel like somebody has like some magic on you or did some voodoo on you or something. I guarantee you it's not that. This is all you. I keep seeing tarot readers talking about somebody got black magic and voodoo or something. Yeah, that's you. That's you. It's you. Anybody got nothing. Listen, I understand magic. I know that it is a real thing, but I also understand how strong-minded Geminis are. Just because somebody will put magic on you doesn't mean that it's going to affect you. If you're a weak-minded person, then yeah, magic will work on you stronger than those who are like expert thinkers. Geminis are among the ranks of expert thinkers. I would put Gemini, Virgo, and Aquarius up there with the expert thinkers. Gemini, you're not going to be that susceptible to magic like that. So a lot of this is just really how you are vibrating yourself. Like inwardly, you feel this compassion for this person. Like you know what you feel. It's like it says up here, that inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Because the more you try to delay it or deny it, that's the more it's gonna bother you. And you're going to keep seeing all of these messages and keep dealing with these situations that don't fulfill you because you will not allow yourself to have what it is that you know you really want. That fear of losing your independence, that's kind of just a fear. That's it's a judgment that you're making about somebody. Like you judge them as wanting to take away your freedom, And the compassion card says release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Maybe you learned at a young age or from somebody within your household that, being in love makes you weak, or it makes you lose who you are. It makes you lose your identity. It makes you lose your ability to think correctly. But that's just one person's experience that they tried to teach you. That's not what everybody's out to do. Not everybody is out to, tie up your free will. And especially with this person who you've deemed the empress in your mind, you think abundantly about them. You speak good things about them. You can't say anything negative about this person, but you will deny your feelings for them because of what? Something you were taught in childhood, or some attempt to like save a reputation or be seen as like this hard stonewall type person. That doesn't make sense. And you're just going to make yourself unhappy, Gemini. So it doesn't have to apply exactly to you. It could be for a cross watcher, but this is the energy that I'm getting for Gemini. And if it resonates, it resonates. If you're dealing with someone and you feel like this is the energy that they have toward you, or you're the one who has this energy and you're trying to figure out how to, navigate it or get away from it, or trying to break patterns, then you can get a personal reading. Look in the description box or just send me an email and we'll work it out. But yeah, this is what I'm getting. Somebody's in love and you acting like you don't want to be, and trying to be hard, or just trying to maintain your independence because you feel like it's going to, you know, put out your own flame if you merge with someone else. Something like that. Something like that. So you choose to keep it a secret rather than come forth, but the universe keeps showing you these synchronicities and confirming what you already know, that this person is the one. It's up to you to stop holding yourself back from everything that you desire and turn your 9 of cups into your 10 of cups, because you're right there on the brink of it. But you also have the 9 of swords that's keeping you away from it. So yeah, thank you for watching, Gemini. This has been a cute little reading. It's cute. It's childish, but it's cute. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.